Now let's look at the properties of angles and lines. So what's a line? A line is defined as a line of points that extend infinitely in two directions. So as you can see here, you have a straight line moving from this point to this point and they extend in each direction infinitely. So when I take a section of a line like I have here, section A to B, this section here is called a line segment. So a section of a line is referred to as what? A line segment. So this line segment AB, and it's denoted that AB with a bar on top, or you have just line AB. So what's an angle? When you have intersection of two lines, the space between these two lines is referred to as an angle. For example, consider this line over here and this over here. Where they intersect at this point, the space between here is referred to as what? An angle. So if you have say two lines intersecting with each other, the space between here is referred to as an angle. The space between here is also an angle. The space between here is also an angle, and the space between here is also an angle. So when two lines intersect each other, the space between them is referred to as an angle. Now let's look at some of the types of angles. So first we have the acute angle, an angle that is less than 90 degree. So when you have two lines intersecting and the space between them is less than 90 degrees, it is referred to as an acute angle. So for a right angle, these are two angles that are separated by an degree of 90 degrees. So when the space between two intersecting lines is 90 degrees, we call it a right angle. So another way of denoting this, as you will see, is you just have this by the edge of the intersection of the two lines. So to recall, a right angle is an angle between two lines in which the degree is 90 degrees. So you have an obtuse angle, an angle that is greater than 90 degree and less than 180. So as you can see, this angle here is greater than 90 degree because 90 degree will be over here, but is less than 180 degrees. So this is referred to as an obtuse angle. Then we have a straight angle. A straight angle also referred to as a straight line. The angle of a straight line is 180 degree, because if I divide a straight line into two equal parts, I'm going to have 90 degrees towards the right side and 90 degrees towards the left side, and 90 plus 90 gives me 180 degree. So the angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. A reflex angle, an angle that is greater than 180 degree and less than 360 degrees. So here I have an angle that is greater than 180 degree, because as I have said, from here to here is 180 degree, but is less than 360. So that angle is referred to as a reflex angle, while a full angle is an angle that is exactly 360 degrees. So when I start from a point and I go round to that same point, I have a full angle, and the total degree is equals to 360 degrees. So let's consider some properties of angles. So the first one that we'll look at is opposite angles. So if you look at these two intersecting line over here, you can see that the angles between them has been labeled. So the angle between these two lines over here is A, the angle here is B, here is C, and here is D. So the opposite angle rule tells us that in opposite angle, that the opposite angles when two lines intersect are always equal. So in this case, you just look at the angles that are opposite to each other. So here you have A and C being opposite, and based on that, A must be equals to C. Similarly, D and B are opposite, and what does that mean? It means that B must be equals to D. So A is equals to B because they are opposite, and B is equals to D because they are opposite. So now we have already discussed that the angle in a point or a full angle is 360 degree, and when I add A, B, C and D, I get a full angle. So the sum of A, B, C and D must be equals to 360 degree. So for example, if I give you two intersecting lines for example, and I say that this angle is 30 degrees, so what does it mean? It means that definitely this angle must be equals to 30 degrees, and I know that this angle over here they are opposite, so they must be equal. So let's call it x. So now we know that what x plus 30 must be equals to 360. So when we solve, we have what 2x is equals to 360 minus 60. I know that my x will be equals to 300 over 2, which is equals to 150 degrees. Now let's look at corresponding angles. So when you have two parallel lines, as you can see, line AB and line CD are parallel, and that is why you have this marker on it to indicate that they are parallel. And you have a straight line that intersects both of them. The corresponding angle tells us that B is equal to C. As we can see, B over here and C over here are opposite angles. So it's clear that what B is equal to C from our opposite angle rule. But since AB and CD are parallel, it also means that angle B must be equal to angle F. So angle B is equal to angle F, and F and G are parallel. So I know that angle F is also equal to G. Similarly, angle A must be equals to E also. I know that angle A and angle D are opposite angle. So A equals to D. A and E are corresponding angles, so A is equals to E. E and H are opposite angles, so E is equals to H. Let's take a look at some examples. So in this first example, we are given this figure. In the given figure, AOC is a line, find X. So we are given that this AOC is a straight line. Now we are given that the angle here is 60 degree, and we are told that here the angle here is 3x. We are now asked to find the value of x. Now we know that AOC is a straight line. We know that the sum of angle on a straight line is what? 180 degrees. So what does it mean? It means that the sum of this angle and this angle over here must be equals to 180. So I know that 60 plus 3x must be equals to 180 degrees. So 3x must be equals to 180 minus 60, and that gives me 3x being equals to 120. And if I divide both sides by 3, I have x being equals to what? 40 degree. And always remember to put the degree sign when you are dealing with angles. So the same thing applies to this question over here. I know that POQ is a straight line. So the sum of all these angles here must be equals to 180, because the sum of angle in a triangle is equals to 180 degrees. So I know that 40 plus 4x plus 3x must be equals to 180 degrees. So I have what? 40 plus 7x must be equals to 180. So I have 7x must be equals to 180 minus 40, and that gives me 7x being equals to 140. And when I divide both sides by 7, I have x being equals to what? 20 degrees. So the value of x here is 20 degrees. Let's look at two more examples. So here we are told that if angle 1 measures 70 degree, what does angle 2, 3 and 4 measure? So we are told that the angle here is what? 70. We are now told to find the angle of 2, 3 and 4. So now we can see that these are two intersecting lines, and angle 1 and angle 3 are opposite. Since they are opposite, like angle 1 is what? Opposite to angle 3. And once they are opposite, what does it mean? It means that the angle between them must be equal. So angle 1 must be equals to angle 3, and that will be equals to 70 degrees. So I know that this angle here is what? 70 degrees. Now I know that angle 2 and angle 4 must be equal since they are opposite angles. So I can call it x, and I can call it also x because they are the same. Now I know that the sum of angle in a point or a full angle is equals to 360 degree. So I know that 70 plus 70 plus x must be equals to 360 degrees. So 70 plus 70 gives me 140 plus 2x must be equals to 360. So 2x is equals to 360 minus 140. And what does that give me? So I have what? 2x being equals to, this gives me 220. And when I divide both sides by 2, I have x being equals to what? 110 degree. So what does it mean? It means that my angle 2 is what? 110 degree, and my angle 4 is equals to 110 degree. Now let's look at the last example. So we are told that in the given figure find x. So as you can see, this line L and line M are parallel to each other. Now from our theory of corresponding angle, we know that if the angle here is 44 degree, then definitely the angle here also must also be what? 44 degree. Now we know that this is a straight line, and if this is a straight line, we know that the sum of angles in a straight line must be equals to 180 degree. So we can say that x plus 44 must be equals to 180 degrees. So x is equals to 180 minus 44, and that gives us 136 degrees. So this is the basic idea relating to angles and lines.